Okay, so our system works pretty consistently during sprint one. Some of the things that we noticed for the jump shot, however, is that in the future we're going to probably need to either switch out the mousetrap and rubber band system or test its consistency leading up to the final competition, because eventually these will start to wear out. Also, we just need to make sure that when our solenoid is setting on the jump shot, that we don't have too much shear force that the solenoid can't retract in. But otherwise it worked very well. So
as Jessica said, that our consistency was pretty good for sprint one, but looking at the pass here, an adjustment we made right before the competition this morning was actually securing this PVC pipe so that it stays in that same position each time, so that this solenoid can move in freely with no restriction on that, or shear force on it, or anything that's going to make it not pull in. And now that it's positioned in that same spot, it's going to always hit the bucket every time.
So during sprint one, our code worked properly. Much like last time, we're having this first solenoid engage, and then half a second later, the second solenoid going to engage. We did get our motor to turn on, so we originally were going to go with an IR sensor to stop the motor when it sensed the array of cups. That proved to be a little bit too complex, so we went with a time delay of 4.5 seconds. So after both these solenoids engage, our motor is going to run for 4.5 seconds, and that proved to be enough to knock down all of the money balls and regular ball. For the future, we are hoping to keep this time system when we do get the dunk, and then onto powertrain. We're considering 3D printing some gears with possibly some bigger teeth so that we have more consistency and are probably guaranteed a little bit more reliability once we have a new frame in place.
On to talk about the dunk. For sprint one, we didn't really have too much of a strategy for the dunk. We were kind of just looking to knock the balls off of the PVC pipes to get those 3 points. But we did add this additional bumper that kind of sweeps below the stands for the dunk and gets the balls to fall backwards towards the system, which is what we wanted. So moving forward, once the balls do fall backwards, we'll look at some sort of collection mechanism, either a net or falling directly into a funnel that will funnel all the balls into either one PVC pipe or several PVC pipes, and use either the open air or the pneumatics to or sliders to eventually hopefully get all 3 in the green cup. But for now, the balls are falling in the direction we want them to, so it's just a matter of collecting them and eventually depositing them in the green cup, hopefully.
And to ensure that we have no hiccups during the next sprint or the final competition, we want to ensure that we figure out a template so that it's aligned in the same position within that square every single time. And then we want to figure out a way to secure these wires, probably zip ties, just so that they don't get in the way of the wheels or anything going on within our system. And then lastly, we want to secure the push button so that Jesse or Professor Mahaffey have an easy time to access it and just mount it.